When I turned 30, I thought I had it all figured out. I wasn't rich, but I was beautiful, and at the time, that felt like the same thing. People told me my whole life I could do better, that I had the kind of looks that would get me far. Strangers on the street whistled, guys lined up to buy me drinks, and every boyfriend I had treated me like a prize he was lucky to have. And when you hear that long enough, you start to believe it. You start to think you don't just deserve good things. You deserve the best. That was the mindset I had when I met Ryan. He wasn't flashy, not the type to show off, but he was solid. He had a decent job in finance, a nice apartment, and the kind of steady personality you could build a life with. He adored me. That was the biggest thing. The way his eyes lit up when I walked into a room, the way he never let me doubt how much he wanted me. He wanted marriage, kids, a future together. And the whole time, I told myself I had more time. I thought I was too young, too pretty, too in demand to settle down. I remember one night so clearly. We had been out with friends, and on the ride home, Ryan asked me again about marriage. He said he was ready, that he wanted to start planning. And instead of taking him seriously, I laughed. I actually laughed and said, "Ryan, come on. You think I'm going to tie myself down at 30? I've got options." I thought I was being playful, but I saw the way his face changed. It wasn't anger. It was hurt, the kind of hurt that sinks deep but stays quiet. He never brought it up again after that, at least not directly. But I could feel the shift. He still loved me, but I think in that moment, he started realizing I wasn't really picturing a future with him. And he was right. I wasn't. I thought I could wait. I thought the attention I got from men everywhere meant I could push marriage off until I was ready, that I could come back to Ryan or find someone even better. So I dragged things out another year, then another. By 32, the relationship had lost its shine. Not because of him, but because of me. I was restless. I was convinced there was more waiting for me, someone richer, someone more exciting, someone who matched the image I had in my head. So I ended it. I told him he was wonderful, but I wasn't ready, that I needed space to find myself. He just nodded, didn't argue, didn't beg. He said, "I hope you find what you're looking for." And that was it. For a while, I thought I had made the right choice. The dating pool still felt wide open. Men still flirted, still asked me out, still made me feel like I had all the time in the world. I went on dates with guys who drove nicer cars than Ryan, men who ordered bottles of champagne without blinking, men who talked big about startups and investments. But none of them stuck. Some were clearly just looking for fun, others turned out to be liars or already in relationships. A few ghosted me completely after a few weeks. And slowly, without me noticing at first, the attention started to shift. By 35, the men who once looked at me like I was the prize of the room started turning their eyes toward women younger than me. Waitresses, interns, women barely in their 20s. Suddenly, I wasn't the one being chased anymore. I was the one doing the chasing. I remember one date vividly. I was 36, and the guy was 39, handsome, successful, the kind of man I would have thought was perfect. We had dinner, good conversation, and I thought things were going well. Then he leaned back in his chair, smiled politely and said, "You're great, but honestly, I'm looking for someone younger. I want kids, and the clock's ticking." It hit me like a slap. For the first time, I wasn't the one with the leverage. I was the one being politely dismissed, like my value had expired. Meanwhile, Ryan had moved on. At first, I told myself it was just a rebound, that whoever he dated after me wouldn't last. But then I saw the photos. Him with a woman named Claire. She wasn't glamorous in the way I thought I was, but she had this natural warmth, this easy smile that made people want to be around her. They went on trips, celebrated holidays with his family, adopted a dog together. And then one day, I saw the engagement announcement. He had proposed. I tried not to care. I told myself she'd never measure up to me, that deep down he'd always wonder what it could have been with me. But the more I saw, the harder it was to believe my own lies. Their wedding photos were everywhere. Her in a simple lace gown, him looking at her like she was the only woman in the world. The exact look he used to give me, only stronger now. Now I'm 41. The attention I used to take for granted is gone. I look in the mirror and see lines around my eyes, skin that doesn't glow the way it used to, a body that isn't as forgiving as it once was. I still try to dress up, still try to put on the makeup, but it feels like painting over cracks. I go on dating apps and swipe endlessly, But the men who match with me either disappear after a few messages or are decades older. The pool of options I once bragged about is dry. And every time I scroll through social media, I see Ryan and Claire. They have 2 kids now, a boy and a girl. They post family photos at the park, vacations at the beach, birthday parties with balloons and cakes. He looks happy. She looks happy. And I sit alone in my apartment, the silence pressing in, realizing that the life I thought I was too good for is the exact life I ache for now. I thought beauty would carry me forever. I thought I could wait until I was ready and still come back to the same options. But beauty fades, attention shifts, and the world doesn't stop just because you think you're special. Ryan didn't wait around for me. He built the life he wanted. With someone who actually wanted it too. And me? I'm left scrolling through photos of a man who once loved me so completely, knowing I laughed in his face when he offered me everything. The cruelest part is that no matter how much I regret it, I can't undo it. There's no message I can send, no apology I can make that would change anything. I had my chance, and I threw it away because I thought I could do better. Now the only thing I can do is sit here, watching him live the life I once had in the palm of my hand, wishing I had understood back then what I understand now. Pretty doesn't last forever, but love could have.